Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also now on youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go
Yeah.
ahead, download, rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show some love and support to the show. Shout out to our people at Red Bull for the love and support since day one. I got my guy Denny Blanco as always. I am Denny Blanco on Instagram and Twitter. Denny Blanco, my man. How you doing?
It's the NBA whisperer, Denny Blanco, in the building, and we're going to have a show today. I have a lot to discuss.
And also Samera Marsh. You can find her on both Instagram and Twitter at Coach Sam_DSU. Sam, how you doing?
I am your favorite coach's favorite coach, and I got the sound bites you're looking for. I'm good.
I like Sam repping the Bulls life with the shirt. You know, if you're watching on video, very, very nice. I gave Dennis some stuff. He chooses to wear different things, and that's his prerogative.
It's in the wash.
Because you was hooping, I would assume.
Yeah, in the snow.
Yeah. No, you know, you get it in.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it fresh. You know what I mean? The wrist.
Bulls life, right? Bulls life.
You know what I mean? Bulls life, baby. You know?
Again, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple for the podcast. Also, youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Show some love. Where do we start? Sam and Dennis. Oh, I think we'll start here with I know we last had a show on Monday, so a couple of things we've been missing. We're gonna get to the All-Star starters in a second. I think the big thing we missed the last couple of days was the Draymond Draymond Green situation where talk about the players against the owners, and there are some people who disagree. There are some people who agree with what he's saying. So, Denny Blanco, you are the NBA whisperer. Talk about your initial thoughts on Draymond expressing his opinions about how the players are treated against the owners.
This has been going on for a period of time, okay? And in not only NBA and the NFL, it's about the players versus owners. So what Draymond was saying, the Golden State Warriors were playing Cleveland Cavaliers, and Andre Drummond was supposed to play, and all of a sudden he wasn't. He was on the bench in street clothes, and Draymond's like, "What the hell's going on?" So then after the game, he's like, "Okay, so this is the rub, right?" So an owner can say, "Andre Drummond, we don't need you. We don't need your services. We don't need you so much. We're going to trade you. But in that time period of us trading you, we want you to sit. And we want you to not get upset. We want you to not get frustrated because you're a basketball player at the end of the day, right? This is what you do. This is your job. But we don't want you to get frustrated. So sit." That's one angle Draymond was getting at. Then the other angle is from the player's perspective. Now, Draymond's just supposed to sit, not want to play, not feel frustrated, not have a mental situation, because he's making $28 million. That's the concept. Because I'm making this money that's supposed to be for a majority of folks life-changing money. I can't suffer from mental issues. I can't suffer from the owners doing some nonsense. I mean, just even the history of players and owners in trades. Okay, the opposite is they point to James Harden. And I'm gonna pass this over to you, Sam. They point to James Harden and what he did just the previous year to force his way from Houston to the Nets. Then they point to AD, force his way from New Orleans to the Lakers, and they want to attack James Harden, attack even LeBron James, attack Kevin Durant, even though those guys were out of contract. It's when you're in contract, some of these folks don't like this. And my answer to that, before I pass it over to Sam, is if a player can get fined for saying he wants to get traded and then having, going through those steps, owners need to get fined too as well. Owners need to get fined for sitting up for publicly saying, "I want to trade a person," and then sitting the player. They should get fined. That's where the double standard and hypocrisy goes away. For a player to work for a company for 7 years, any company, forget basketball, forget football, sports. So for a player or a employee to work for a company for 7-8 years, get a rumor that he's being fired, whatever the case, he's fired. He goes to the owner, the manager, says, "Hey, am I being fired? I just want to know so I can prepare my family, prepare my friends, whatever the case may be." "Oh, no, you're not getting fired." 2 days later, you're fired. What? You're being told, Boogie Cousins was being told he was getting traded in an interview.
Mm-hmm.
After the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Sam.
Didn't they say something similar happened with Blake? That's why he's not cool with the Clippers owner, because it was a promise made and then he went back on it. And I'm gonna tell you something, Denny, you're not off at all. I think it has a lot to do with optics for the franchise. Everyone wants this illusion of control. So, like, even though I have every intention of letting you go, I need you to come dress up and play nice so I look like I'm still in control. I think the last thing sometimes the league or some of these owners want is for them to feel like they're being punked by the players. But in reality, the players are the commodity. If you're going to treat me like that, then what I demand, I should get. If you want me that bad, if you want it.
It's funny, Sam. It's when you. I'm getting punked as a business owner, as an owner. I'm getting punked, but it's not business.
Right.
See that?
It's true. You're trying to play two games. You either street or you office. It's one or the other. Yeah. So I think in the case of in Draymond's comment, he's not wrong, because there is a obvious double standard. And then you have to be reminded they understand what they're worth and you can't buy them. I don't care if I make $128 million. You're not going to play me publicly. You know what I mean? So if you no longer want my services on the team, let me go about my business. That's why I wasn't necessarily upset with what Harden did. You made it clear I'm not wanted. I made it clear I don't want to be here. We out. That's it. So
James
it's mutual. Yeah.
James is a little interesting, because with James, Randy is saying with James got what he wanted. You feel me? It's different from even LeBron. LeBron got what he wanted in Cleveland, right? And then he's just like, yo, I'm out. So I can understand you getting, as a player, what you want. Then you're just like, all right, I got enough. I'm out. And the fans saying, wait, hold on. You know, we gave you all the groceries for this meal, and now you're like, I'm just gonna throw away the meal. I'm done with it. Like that's kind of off.
The fans played themselves, though, going back to LeBron's situation with the burning of the jersey. Because now you put yourself out there. You don't really care about me. And that's okay, too. We don't know each other. I'm a superstar. You're a fan. You buy the tickets or whatever. You're part of the reason I make this kind of money. But it's like, but it is, business is what it is. I'm going to use AD for an example. When he wanted out of New Orleans, remember one of the things was silent notice things. He was wearing like T-shirts that said like sarcastic stuff on it. So like his last game on the bench in street clothes, he had a Porky Pig shirt that said, "That's all, folks." And that was the message. Like, this is it. I'm done. I'm out here. I just want y'all to know that I'm gone. And I thought that was cool. He played along with their game. I came to the game. I dressed. I smiled for the cameras. I played nice, but I'm out. Harden chose to do it a different way. And Draymond is trying to say, no matter what we choose, it should be even on both sides.
100%. Even I'm thinking back to you thinking back at the AD thing, and no, if I'm not mistaken, the general manager got fired because Rich Paul, who represents Clutch Sports with represents AD and a bunch of other players, went to the ownership and was like, "Yo, we need a trade, fam. We're coming to you quietly. We need a trade.
Right.
Make your moves." And I think if I remember correctly, they leaked it.
Yeah, see?
The owners leaked that he wanted a trade to make AD look bad. So then Rich Paul was like, all right, gloves off, AD. Gloves off, AD. Sit your ass down. You're not playing for the rest of the year.
Right.
That's it. Like it boils down to, you can't have it both ways. It's business. It's leverage. And yes, you have your James Hardens and your LeBrons one-offs that you give them everything as an owner, and then they just leave. I get that. But it's business, number one. And number two, just for anybody who's still on the fence about agreeing with what me and Sam is saying, just Google Dan Gilbert's letter after LeBron sent him out.
Terrible.
It's that, and I'm going to leave you with one last thing. Go back to when D'Antoni was coaching the New York Knicks and how they benched. They intentionally benched
Steph, if I'm not mistaken.
Steph and Nate Robb. So they couldn't get the money that was the built-in clause in their contract.
Yes.
So now these guys that are 10, 11 years younger than them went to college with Michigan State, Duke, and played for guys who've been in the Power 5 NBA circle forever. You think they don't remember that? You think they don't know that? You think their agent didn't school them on that. So now you're dealing with a smarter player too. And I don't even mean like, book smart, just more aware. I'll say it to you like that. The information, they're dealing with a much more woke player. What do you think you're going to get? You're not going to be able to pull a wool over their eyes. These guys are too smart.
Oh, no. They've had, these business owners have had a run. They've had their run.
Correct.
And even in the NFL, where there are more players, star players, i.e. Deshaun Watson for the Houston Texans, is saying, okay, we're in business together. You're coming to me. I'm the star quarterback of your team. You're coming to me. I'm telling you, bro, give me some information on your new hires. I need some new hires that look like me. Can you get down with that? And they're like, oh no, sure, we'll get down with that. All right. Weeks goes by, they hire independent crew to get them, the right coaches, and they have 2 candidates, an independent crew. The owner supersedes them, pushes them aside, and say, no, we're hiring this person over here. Deshaun was like, what? I'm out. I'm out. And then they're like, oh, he signed to the contract. I'm not playing.
Right.
I'm not playing. No, it's a wrap. It's a done deal.
And they granted JJ Watt his release. While
JJ Watt
Watson,
he had to beg for that release. Like literally, like think about that with JJ Watt too. JJ Watt reminds me a lot like a Carmelo Anthony. Okay, JJ Watt spent about 7-8 years, good years, all pro years in Houston. They surrounded him with nothing for a period of time. Even Andre Dawson that left was like, bro, I played a Hall of Fame years, and you guys every single year, and it's not supposed to be the star player that comes to the LeBrons, the Hardens.
Right.
It's not supposed to be the star player that comes to the ownership and says, hey, by the way, I want to win. Can you give me some players, please? It's supposed to be the general manager and the owner getting together and saying, we have a star. We need to help him. We need to help him win before, yes, before his stock drops and before he decides he wants to leave for greener pastures. But folks aren't thinking like that. So JJ Watt, I salute you. I'm glad you are free. Your body has taken broken bones, broken back, broken legs. Like, please leave, go to Pittsburgh, go somewhere where you have, matter of fact, I got Tom Brady on the clip.
Go to Tampa Bay. I was just thinking that.
Tampa Bay, bro. I got Tom Brady.
I literally was thinking that in my head. Go to Tampa Bay.
Look, Ndamukong Suh's going to get a major contract somewhere else. They're going to throw him a bunch load of money. That defense is going to get chopped up a little bit.
Yeah.
Come through for a year or two. Get some of this championship love. You know what I mean? Let's move. I
don't even watch the NFL like that, but that's the first thought that came to my head.
Yeah.
So bottom line is you're saying that the owners contradict themselves where if I'm a player and I say, you know what, I'm not really happy here and I'm doing everything I can to want to get out, get traded like a James Harden, like a Melo back in the day or whatever, and I make it publicly known, hey, my contract also is coming up. I'm not going to resign with you guys. You might as well get some value now for me before I walk away and you guys get nothing, as opposed to that player and that owner, in the war room saying we're gonna mutually agree that we're gonna part ways, but now you got to find me a different team to go to. So, is it more like the player speaking out publicly and saying I want out, or more the fact the owners and the player go in the war room and say, you know what, we're gonna do what's best for both parties and try to get you a different destination?
It boils down to something very simple. Salute my man Nino Brown in New Jack City. It boils down to something very simple. It's either business or it's personal. It's either business or it's personal. When in the NFL, when you trade this wide receiver that went to Arizona, I forget his name.
Fitzgerald?
Not Fitzgerald, the other one. He came from Houston Texans. I forget his name.
Hopkins.
When you trade DeAndre Hopkins to Arizona away from a college friend, Deshaun Watson, NFL friend, Deshaun Watson, best receiver for Deshaun Watson, blanket for Deshaun. Once you do that and get nothing in return, that's personal. Be consistent. Deshaun Jackson in Philly traded to Tampa Bay by Chip Kelly. That's not business.
Mm-hmm.
That's personal.
Right.
And that's the problem. Keep it so because once it becomes personal from the business side, the expectation is, oh, the player doesn't get to make it personal now. Really? Really? Let me tell you some owners, if you renege in business, the person on the other side can decide to take it personal or business. When you renege, say something that's not part of the contract, do something as an owner, and you're expecting just the walk and get along, good luck with that. It's 2021. It's a new day, bro.
Well, that was a great warm up. Now I would have to ask, because before we logged off on the show on Monday, we would talk about where is it possible place for Drummond to go. So we said, like, Miami, Charlotte. I think Miami could be a really good piece. But now when we logged off, they said, hey, wait a minute, Blake Griffin's gonna sit out too. So now Blake Griffin is not playing for Detroit until he gets traded or bought out. What are top 3 places that you would like to see Blake Griffin go to, whether via buyout or via trade? Who needs a Blake Griffin type player right now?
Sam, you want to take this first?
Nah, you take this one first because we went strong in the group chat on this one, so you go ahead and take this one first.
I mean, Blake on the Nets.
Bro, everybody can't be a net, man. Everybody cannot be a net.
No.
Yeah, his rebounding numbers aren't remarkable, but the style of play suits him.
Style of play, and let's be clear too. Blake Griffin's going to play better as soon as he leaves Detroit.
Of course, and that's the point I want to make. Everybody's saying Blake is washed up. It's over. He hasn't dunked in 2 years, and I'm like, to me, this sounds like Carmelo all over again. Everybody said Carmelo is washed. He should go overseas. It's a wrap. Come off the bench. 10 minutes a game. And I'm like, well, if there's a change of scenery, and you're playing with a team that really wants to win or is in win mode now, Detroit is not in win mode. They're in rebuilding. They got Jeremy Grant. He's
Jeremy Grant.
He's balling and everything. So they got rid of D-Rose. They're getting rid of Blake Griffin. That tells you what direction they're going into.
They're rebuilding.
So it's like, all right, I'm gonna leave Detroit. Right now, he gets 12 a game. You don't think Blake Griffin can still get you 15 a game?
15 and 8.
Bench, or as a starter, I think he can still be very productive. And I think once he goes to an LA, a Brooklyn, a Phoenix, he'll be more rejuvenated.
Milwaukee.
I don't think he'll be washed up. But they would have to buy him out.
Somebody was saying too, he would. Somebody said something, which I was like, that's crazy. It's like, oh, he'll go back to the Clippers. I said he ain't going back to no goddamn Clippers.
I mean,
no, even with the new owner. Even with the new owner.
Listen, we all thought LeBron ain't going back to Cleveland, right?
We did for a little bit.
Even after that letter?
Hey, Blake is Blake from LA? Blake's from Oklahoma. He's
Oklahoma.
not. So he's not. That's not his home base per se.
Well, he ain't going to OKC. He ain't going over there.
Yeah, there you go.
That's one of the projected destinations, but no, like you said, no.
Yeah. So, I mean, do I see him in? And then it's a matter of me where I'm seeing him. You said Blake is a last year contract or he's a free agent. What was it again?
I'll double check.
Right. I don't. Because for me, when I'm thinking about where they're going, I'm thinking about what the other team has to give up. So if Blake is going to Milwaukee, what are they going to have to give up? If he's going to the Nets, what are they going to have to give up, etc. So if he goes to Philly.
Well, he's under contract until next year. This year he makes 36 million. Next year, 38 million.
Give me that bag.
Yeah, he's not going to be a free agent until 22.
Give me that bag. They're going to restructure that contract, Daddy.
And that's what they call him. They call him a overpaid role player. I'm like, oh. I think he can still be effective. It just for me,
it's unfair. He's been injured for a period of time.
He's only 31 though. He's only 31.
Only 31.
Exactly.
He's been injured a majority of his career. So it's very unfair to say.
And can still be effective. I think if let's say he's bought out and no team has to give up anything. I think Milwaukee is a spot. I think Phoenix could be a spot, but then when I put it on Twitter and I said, "Hey, Blake Griffin to Phoenix, who says no?" And I got Chris Paul. And I'm
I saw that tweet. No. What did I send you?
I mean, you never know, bro. You never know. Time heals wounds.
What did I send you? I said he's going to stay away from that little man.
Mm-hmm.
He's
You
going to
never know. You never know. I said Portland.
I like him on Portland.
Utah is very, very interesting too.
In Chicago.
He could help Levine in Chicago. Yeah,
but I think Blake at 31. You don't think he wants to be in some sort of win mode now?
Win mode now, maybe. Yeah,
you're right. No, you're right. I threw that out there because you said your initial question was who could use him, and they could.
Okay.
Yeah. But using him, and then him saying, "Well, yeah, guys, Orlando, y'all can use me."
Yeah, Sacramento can use him too, but he ain't going to Sacramento.
Correct. But Portland, Miami, they're closer to getting to the finals or getting back than anyone else.
Yeah,
but if he goes to Miami,
mm-hmm.
is he a starter? Not over Bam, obviously. Is he off the bench?
Bam's too strong.
No. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they. I wouldn't be surprised if they put both of them. Like started Bam at the 5 and put Blake at the 4. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that.
Yeah,
you know, a dark horse could be. Again, if he's bought out, I think Toronto could be a spot too. But I don't know who their power forward is.
He ain't going to Toronto. I like how Toronto's playing.
I'm saying, let's say Blake, Kyle, Siakam, Van Fleet. I mean, it's nice.
Yeah.
OG still there.
It's competitive. It's competitive, and that's what Masai up there. Shout out to Masai, my boy. I'm waiting on my ring though, Daddy. Shout out to Masai. He's doing wonders up there, man.
Okay, what about Utah? Who's their power forward?
Not for
Derek Favors.
He makes them better.
When was the last time somebody was like, "Yo, I'm a free agent. I need to go to Utah"? I mean, Mike Conley was picked up. He didn't want to run to Utah. I'm just remembering the last time somebody was like, "Yo, here are my 3 destinations." Like James Harden was like, "Yo, I want to go." It was like, "James, where would you like to go after since you want to leave?" He's Utah.
Okay,
it's Bogdanovich and Niang. He's better than them.
He's better than them.
You put Conley, Mitchell, Clarkson, Gobert, Blake, maybe. Who's the left-handed shooter? Jesus Christ, I forgot his name.
Ingles.
One
of my favorites. Australian Ingles, baby.
Mm-hmm.
My last one would be what about Golden State?
I kind of like that too.
I like him on Golden State.
I liked it. Blake and Cali was special, period. So I think going back to Cali, it might be a little Tupac Death Row kind of thing.
He was just starting to develop his jump shot consistently. It started to look like, from the 3-point line at least. 18 feet, you're good. From the 3-point line, he's starting to look a little, you know what I mean? And then he got it hurt and then all this other jazz. So
right.
What about Boston?
No, I think your boy Brad. I spoke to Brad last night.
Brad, oh, really?
I spoke to Brad last night. NBA Whisper. I spoke to
Brad on the Clubhouse.
No, we don't. See, that's the thing. When you're a whisperer, I don't have Clubhouse. To be honest with you, I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android.
Hey,
so I don't have access. I don't have access to Clubhouse. But spoke to Brad, and Brad's trying to get that guy down in Orlando, man. Brad's trying to get it, and they're asking, and they had a talk with Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge is like, "Yo, this team's doesn't look like it's any good." And I'm like, I know what that means. He's gonna pull off a trade.
You might.
He's gonna pull off a trade, and then sidebar. I don't think our boy from Boston, the one you say I claim to hate,
Kemba
Walker. I don't think he's healthy. I don't think his knee was it his knee or his back? I don't think his knee. His knee. I don't think he's healthy fully back yet. And also, I think he just caught COVID.
Kemba?
He's either he came back from COVID or he was having. I was listening to some of the background.
Probably that contact tracing and
Yeah.
like that, maybe.
He was having issues.
You're not positive, but you're around somebody who was, so they gotta wait till you're negative to get you back in.
Yeah, they said something about him having issues breathing. So I don't know if Kemba.
No, that was Tatum. That was
Tatum. Excuse me. Yeah, but even
Tatum.
then, I'm watching Kemba because he came back from an injury.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching him. I'm like, I'm seeing sparks, but I'm not seeing a guy who's fully healthy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So
last night on TNT, they mentioned the All-Star starters voted in by the fans. So I'm going to pull this up. I think there's going to be one glaring omission, but we'll get to that in a second. Here are the All-Star starters for the All-Star game on March 7th in Atlanta. Get this thing out the way. Get this. There you go, buddy. All right. So we have, maybe I can see it. Western Conference, Luka, Steph, LeBron, Jokic, Kawhi. Eastern Conference, Kyrie, Bradley Beal, KD, Giannis, and Joel Embiid.
I like it. I like it.
You agree with all 10?
Yeah, I mean, Randy, we all got personal favorites, but the fans voted them in. And this is, to me, this is representative of the overall, the average NBA fan. This is overall. This is. Mm-hmm. I like the West team, too. I like the West. I actually really do like the West team. That's nasty right there. That is. That's sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I am concerned.
Oh.
I am concerned. Now, Kawhi Leonard is not your, rah-rah, sis, boom, ba type of player. You don't know, you don't really hear from him. You don't even really hear from the Joker like that. Everybody else pretty much you hear from. But Dame Lillard, I put a video up just recently on my page on I am Denny Blanco on the gram. And I said, we have to have a serious conversation about him being an MVP candidate because you're talking about fifth in the West. You're talking about him putting up crazy numbers every single night. You're talking about McCullough being hurt, Nurkic being hurt,
and Collins
being hurt. So you have 3 starters hurt. And then you look at that roster besides Melo, Gary Trent, you really don't have guys that could put the ball into the basket by themselves. And
they're 4th in the West.
Yeah.
4th in the murderous row West. And this Jive Turkey can't be a starter? Incredible.
It's what the fans, remember, this is an international vote.
F the fans, fam.
Nah, you got to give the people what they want, and the people ask for Curry. Give them what they want. I'm Team Dame, but if the people ask for Curry, remember, this is a revenue-generating thing.
No,
entity. So
Sam,
the fans want Curry, you got to give them Curry, baby.
Sam, that's all right. You know why? Because the players are going to come.
Yeah.
Players are going to come. And somebody may not make the playoffs.
Yeah. And nobody said he got to play all the minutes. Who they said Quinn Snyder is supposed to coach? Soon as he doing it, if he don't shoot a 3 and turn around, take him out and put Dame.
Golden State. Is Golden State even the 8th? Is Golden State in the 10th? Because we're doing the playing games for the players.
They are in the top 8.
They're in the top 8. Okay. So they both, let's say they both make the playoffs. I guarantee. Book it.
So Damian Lillard on a round off, 38-4. On a round off, 38-4. Luka on a round off, 29-9-9.
That's disgusting. That's crazy. They both are. That's why I said. So when you think about being snubbed, yes, there's a case for Lillard being snubbed, and I would actually spearhead it. But for this one, this is a fan vote, and the fans love Curry. He's keeping Under Armour afloat alone with his sneaker sales and his gear sales. So he's loved, he's beloved. So you gotta rock.
Yeah. And 2 guys who were out last year are back in the starters, Kevin Durant and Steph Curry.
East Coast did it right, and I got something for y'all today.
Listen,
Post did it right, y'all. Let me tell you now. Homage knew what it was.
Oh, KD and Kyrie.
These folks
Wow.
did it right, man. They did it right. They did.
I'd pick that duo every time in NBA Jam. Number one. Number two.
Wow. Over your best point guard in the NBA, James Harden.
Yeah.
So Kyrie and KD.
There are 3 players I can pick from, right? On the NBA Jam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So put Kyrie on the bench. Give me James and Kevin Durant. And the NBA, and see what you can do with that. Okay. Bottom line with Steph, man, God bless him. I just know that as soon as Dame sees him in the playoffs, he's giving him 50 a game.
And I would put money on that. I would.
Steph Curry.
I don't bet.
Steph Curry on a round off 30, 6, and 5.
Yeah, you can't be mad. Can't be mad.
So we're good with the Embiid's, obviously.
I'll be mad.
Giannis.
I love the East. I love the East, Randy. If there is a case for a snub, yes, Harden and maybe Levine. They got Jaylen Brown and Tatum on the snub list, but I don't really know.
More than Levine, no.
Last night, I don't really know about those two right now.
More
But
than
Levine,
Levine,
heck yeah, and Harden, heck yeah.
Yeah, more than Levine, no.
Snub too. They do.
Yeah, Levine definitely needs to. I can make an argument for Levine. Yeah, absolutely.
So let's go there. Reserves. So they got to pick 7.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's gonna get left off, and we're gonna talk about it. Hey, what about this guy? Okay, well, if you think he's a snub, who comes off? But I think TNT pretty much agreed about 3 to 4 guys from both the East and the West.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're going to pick 7 collectively, let's start with the Eastern Conference. Who should be a reserve? You mentioned Zach LaVine. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
Levine, Vukovic. Wait, am I saying it right?
Vucevic.
I apologize. My last name is trash too.
I got a 1-syllable last name like Randy.
My last
Cruz,
name is like
Marsh.
Yeah, you Cruz. My joint goes. So I get it. No, he's definitely all-star. In the East, wow.
Well, let me see.
I don't want to say Gordon Hayward.
Vucevic 23, 12, and 3.
That's nasty. That's nasty.
He's on. That's right.
I'm seeing the record.
The record is trash. But so is the Wizards. So
12 in the East, but
yeah.
That's a fan's vote for Bradley Beal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why he's in. But I'm just saying in terms of there are not too many all-stars in the East, let me tell you.
No, there aren't. Okay.
Levine, James Harden, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Off the bench. James Harden off the bench, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Does Ben Simmons get in?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Got to pick 2 from Philly.
Yes.
So we got Ben, James, Zach, Randall.
Yeah.
Well, Randall, you still add the Orlando guy. That's 6.
I'm talking about stamp, deliver, like Vucevic.
I think he's stamped. I think he's because every time they go to Orlando, no one has answers for him. That's an all-star.
He's pulling. Yeah, he's getting numbers on everybody.
It don't matter who comes to Orlando. You come to Orlando, you getting work.
And they got injuries too, and he's still putting up the same numbers. Yeah.
So we got Vucevic, Zach, Randall, James, and Ben Simmons. We got 5 already. Trae Young making it. Trae Young.
I'll throw him in. Why not?
Yeah, throw him a bone.
We got 6.
Yeah, that's it. I don't see nobody else.
Forward. You need another forward in the guard.
Now we're down to the Jaylen Brown, Tatum, Sabonis from Indiana.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody from Miami. Bam, Jimmy Butler. I think Jimmy is mad times. So.
He's been super quiet. Yeah.
I'd give it to Tatum, only because he's been doing work from the beginning of the season.
Is Jaylen Brown playing better than Tatum though? Is he playing better?
He's played more. Let me check Sabonis real quick. Sabonis 20. Oh my God, 22, 12, and 6, and they are 4th in the Eastern Conference. So I think he's going.
Sabonis got to be on.
But that means he'll take Vucevic's spot, in my opinion.
Fair. That's fair because he has a better winning record.
What place is Charlotte in, Randy?
Like 4th?
8th.
8th. Wow.
I'm gonna play advocate here. Remember 96 when they let Kobe rock out? Why not let LaMelo rock out? It's an all-star game with no fans, and you could just have fun.
Because LaMelo's not Kobe.
I didn't say he was. I'm not comparing. I'm comparing the opportunity to let a rookie rock out.
You know what the conversation was? Yeah, you know what the conversation was when Kobe was playing? Versus the conversation LaMelo's playing. The conversation when Kobe was playing was, yo, we can get Kobe to play against Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be kind of sexy, and the numbers will be dope. Boom. That was the conversation then. Now, even then, they're gonna be like, well, ball is dope, but we're gonna be in Atlanta. It's not gonna be in Charlotte. It's not a home fan favorite.
Okay. He would go against Curry, and that kind of would be dope.
Jaylen Brown, round off 26, 6 and 4.
After further review.
And
Tatum, so if he's outplaying Tatum, I might go Brown.
Yeah, Brown works. Brown works.
Tatum played 3 less games, 26, 7 and 5.
Oh, they even. Yeah.
So I don't think both are gonna make it. I'd be shocked.
It'll be Jason. It'll be
Jason then. Yeah. He's the Jordan guy, so you know they're gonna go with the Jordan guy.
But that's tough, though. Jaylen Brown been killing though.
Business. It's not personal, baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's business, not personal.
Your marketing. So right now, who's better in the marketing game? Can you sell more? Can you sell more apparel via Jason Tatum or sell more via Jaylen Brown? And Tatum wins that right at that point. He does.
There you go.
So we got Ben Simmons, Zach LaVine, Randall, Sabonis, James Harden.
You said
Jaylen Brown or Tatum.
Mm-hmm.
And Trae Young.
Trae Young.
Young. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
East a little patchy. It look a little Tory Lanez, so we got East is a little Tory Lanez, bro.
All right. Western Conference. Western Conference.
Immediately, Damon Mitchell. Like without question.
Yes.
That's the first one. Yeah.
2 already.
Mm-hmm.
Gobert.
He's a little boring to me, but
I know. But
he's gonna go.
You need another center. You do.
They'll take 2 from the top team. So
he'll go. He'll go.
Yeah.
He'll go.
Devin Booker.
Paul George.
That's
4.
5.
Oh, 5. Okay.
Paul George.
Zion gotta go. Zion.
Yes, Randy, you beat me to it. Yes.
Zion. Mm-hmm.
And we are down to
Denver?
one more.
Anybody from Denver? Besides
Jokic.
No. Anybody else?
No.
Murray ain't same. He ain't.
Nobody from LA.
Yeah.
Either Clippers or the Lakers. Nobody else could be an all-star. Nobody else, right?
Because AD is out. I would have took him. Yeah.
He's out.
I think AD would make it, but they're replacing with somebody. So then it's like, who gets to replace Ann Davis?
In the West.
In the West? Wow. Who deserves a nod in the West? Wow. Nobody.
Nobody else from Dallas. No, I'm looking at the.
No.
Well, Denver's and Grizzlies, Pelicans. No.
And no one else from Golden State, right? No.
I maybe they go someone from San Antonio. They're 6th.
Oh, I forget about them. Yeah.
DeMar
DeRozan.
DeMar.
On a round off 27 and 5. Wow.
Yeah, DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, no Kings, no Rocket, no Thunder.
No, we have no all-stars in the bottom tier.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
They got Booker already, bro.
Yeah, no. I don't. Yeah, no. I think
we got. I think Ann Davis would be a replacement. Yeah.
He's a 7.
And then that could be taken by DeRozan, maybe.
So let me get quite frankly too as well. I guarantee more than 5 players will catch COVID after the All-Star game.
Yo, that's disgusting. Yo, don't even say nothing like that.
The expectation of
we were doing so good, Denny.
The expectation. This is the expectation, Randy, Sam, are you telling me you expect all the players in the all the players? I'm talking about players that either are playing in the game, are going to watch the game, that are going to the festivities, that are going to all the parties afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
You trying to tell me no one's going to catch the virus? Bro,
You're right. They're in the news trying to tell people don't travel there and don't try to party. Because remember, there's no fans and there's no real like all-star Saturday night. It's all condensed into one day.
It's all condensed into one day, but let me tell you, Atlanta's going to condense that into 3.
Yeah, they are.
And they're going to milk.
Yeah.
Business. They're going to milk all they can get from the All-Star weekend day.
Lou Williams going to be out there getting wings. You know how it goes.
I say all that to say that I don't want that to happen.
Right. But the potential is high. Yes.
I say all that to say if you're not wearing 2 masks, and if you're not staying away from more than 5 people, and if you're not having a quiet dinner, and if you're not doing none of that, the level and chances of you catching this virus that may have more than one strain, who knows?
Yeah.
Is very high.
I could tell you the mega stars. So like a LeBron, he's not going anywhere. Certain people aren't going anywhere. But the young guys, they might.
I do not expect James Harden not to go anywhere.
Correct.
I don't. And this time I hope he doesn't. This time I hope he tells everyone to throw away their phones.
I love recording folks, don't they?
Bro, you're a millionaire. At least you could do is have a door that says if you come in here with your phone, you'll turn around and go out. Like you're not. No.
Well, since I mentioned All-Star Saturday, Sunday, whatever, all in one day, they're gonna have the 3-point slam dunk skills and all that. But since we don't know who's in it, who would you like to see in the 3-point and slam dunk contest? I think they pick 8 for 3-point and 4 for slam dunk. We don't got to get all of them, but who would you like to see?
Let's do 3-point first. We'll do Curry. We'll do Devin Booker. We'll do Chris. We'll do Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul's been hitting his 3s this year. Yeah. So.
Okay, so Dev Booker, Chris Paul, and Curry. Dame, Luka.
Dame. Not so much Luka. Dame for sure. And quite frankly, I'd much rather have them shoot it from a deeper distance, if you ask me.
Trae Young.
Trey. Yeah, but I would want them. I mean, you want to make the All-Star game a little bit different for 3-point from the 3-pointer. Extend it out. Extend it out. See how many 3-pointers they can hit when they extend out to 30. That'll make it more interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Buddy, I want to see Buddy in it. I say Buddy, he do it again.
Buddy as well. Yeah, because you have to understand these guys are professional shooters, and Curry he's Thanos when it comes to shooting. So unless you're trying to make this game quick and painless, because that's what's going to happen. He's gonna drop 28.
So Yahoo did say Dame is going to participate in 3-point shootout. So at least we know we got Dame.
And maybe he can get one over on Steph by winning that 3-point contest. Maybe. We'll see. You dig it? Yeah, but 3-point contest slam dunk? I mean,
Zach gotta go.
Zach
Levine?
Yeah.
I would not mind a rematch.
So I put the question out 2 weeks ago. I said Dame, Curry, Luka, Trey. Who else? So I got Seth Curry.
I forgot about Seth. Yes, the Curry brothers.
Devin Booker, Joe Harris.
I forgot about Joe. Yes.
Duncan Robinson.
Duncan Robinson.
Duncan Robinson. Forgot about him. Yes.
Then that's it, right?
Yeah,
Dame,
like
Curry, Trey, Luka,
Joe
Dev,
Harris, Jazz,
Duncan Robinson, and
that's 8 right there.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry, yeah.
And if Buddy Hield wants to come in, I don't know Buddy Hield.
No, we don't need you, buddy.
Damn.
We got the best shooters lined up already.
Slam dunk. Do we see Zion in the slam dunk contest or no?
No, I don't want to see him in the dunk contest. I don't want to see him hurting his legs. I want to see Levine and Gordon again.
You know, it's weird. They're doing this at halftime of the game.
Yes, they are. Squeezing it.
Yeah, 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, just get right to it. Don't waste no time. Get right
All
to
right,
it.
so who do you want to see? Who's there to be in a dunk contest? If Zion's not going to do it,
I mean, wow. Besides Levine and besides Gordon, I'll be honest with you. Let me just be frank instead of Dennis. To be frank, I mean, people ain't dunking no more, man. People ain't dunking no more. People are shooting threes. So it's like, the excitement of the dunk is not there like it used to be anymore. I get surprised when I see a dunk now. It's like wow.
Would it surprise you? No, when he got hurt earlier in the year, would it surprise you if Obi did it?
No, it wouldn't.
No, I can say no.
I don't want Tom Thibodeau being mad. Hey, no, I don't want you to dunk contest. No.
Tom, he needs to work out his legs. He's been setting for a period of time. From time to time, he likes to work out his legs. So let him work out his legs for a little one day, a little jumpy. You know what I mean? And then he come back to the next. But no, Obi. I can see Obi. Obi.
Who won last year, bro? Hold up, 2020.
Zach Levine.
He last year?
Zach Levine. Had to be. That's why Zach Levine, if I remember correctly.
Derrick Jones. No.
It was
Derrick Jones Jr.
Derrick Jones Jr. Right. I remember that. And then he won
the whole thing with D Wade. Yeah.
Yeah, he won. Yeah, right. I didn't like that. Dunk contest. But we could bring him on too. Bring Derrick Jones Jr. on too. Yeah. I like what he does. But I didn't even like him winning the award last year. There's a lot of extra stuff going on with that.
Zach, Donovan Mitchell.
I'd like to. What's interesting? Donovan could do both the 3-point contest and the freaking dunk contest.
Mm-hmm.
You dig? So
he could.
He has the skill set. Zach Levine too has the skill set to do both. So that's interesting. But I want forwards. I don't want to have missed dunks. I want forwards. I want one and dones. So you bring your Zach on. You bring your Derrick Jones Jr. I think his name is.
I don't think Zach does it, bro.
Yeah, Derrick Jones Jr. The front office named him as one person. They'd be interested in seeing it too.
Mm-hmm.
We got one. One.
Yeah, Derrick Jones Jr. And Zach Levine. I mean, I like him back.
Aaron Gordon and Zach. This is part 2 or part 3?
This will be part 2. No, 3.
Part 3. Yeah, I think it is, right?
3. I think 3.
No, because Zach didn't do it last year with Aaron Gordon.
Oh, he didn't. So it's part 2. It is.
And you thought he would because it was in Chicago, but he was like, "Nah, I ain't making an all-star team. Fuck that. No dunk contest for y'all."
I dig it, Zach. But let me tell you something.
I still like Zion too. I'm opposite of Denny on that one. I like Zion.
Aaron Gordon needs at least one trophy. He got shafted. At least one.
Hey man, Sean Kemp never got one, and he should have.
Right.
So it happens.
Who'd he lose to?
D Brown.
It's not every day you see a 6 foot dunker that can't see the rim dunking it.
I think if Zion's in it, he'll win it. All right. So out of 100, what's the percentage you feel Zion's gonna be in it? Is it 50-50 right now? Is it 60-40? Is it 70-30 that he doesn't go in?
I say 50-50. I say 50-50.
20% says he doesn't do it. 70%. 20% says he does. 70% says he doesn't. I mean, he's young, and again, they're taking their time with their the minutes. He's not playing a lot of minutes in New Orleans. Okay,
no.
that gives me cause to pause.
I'm saying 50 because you always could use the time off. We're former players, so we know how valuable it is to get a little weekend, whatever. All. Yet at the same time, I think he's still got a brand he's trying to grow. So if you keep passing on stuff early, I don't know how this is going to look in a long time.
So Zion's getting 33 minutes a game, 25, 7, and 3.
It's not even putting a lot of minutes. So just add the minute, add the numbers. Look at the numbers, what they would look like if he had more minutes. Man.
All right, so let's see if Zion and these guys at least give me 2 no notables. Like I know Derrick Jones got to come back. He's the defending champion, but give me like a Zion. Give me Zach. I really doubt it. I'll be shocked if Zach does it.
Terry Rozier.
I can see Terry in it.
Mm-hmm.
I can see Terry in it.
Scary Terry, show me something.
And if Obi does it, I'll be shocked too. But I'll be more like, okay, let me see what you got. But then I'm thinking like, as a fan, the Knicks, just don't
Don't
do crazy out there.
Scary Terry, show me something. He caught a pass on a fast break. He looked back. Or Kevin Durant running down on him.
Right.
He turned back, look, and usually they tell you don't look, but guys, some of us guys don't give a crap, so we look. And once we look, we're letting the person know, oh, this what you want? Come with me. Right. And he turned and took off and gave Kevin Durant a headache.
So before we get out of here, I want to shout out LeBron for being third all time in NBA scoring, but the third player in NBA history to score 35,000 points or more.
Oh man!
Behind Kareem and Karl Malone. He's the GOAT of our era. So they're different convo for a different day, Sam. So I'm out of here. But Sam,
good. I was gonna say also too. I was gonna say if LeBron actually took scoring seriously, he'd be number one.
Yeah, but he's such a complete player.
Yeah, but if he took scoring seriously, like forget everybody else. Jordan-esque, forget everybody else.
Right.
He's
45 easy. 45 easy.
And that's why he's in a different category, because he's the type of guy, he's making the right basketball play. So like when you look at his career numbers from now, when it's all said and done, it's gonna be crazy how much he did well on the floor. But just is he quickest or youngest to 35,000?
It's a good question.
That I don't know.
Good question. I'll look that.
He might the quickest. I don't know about quickest though.
Could have been, I'd say Kevin Durant. Look, I see what's numbers. I don't think it's 35.
Probably the youngest.
Yeah.
So before I let y'all go, so Sam put out these nice Galaxy 5 Kevin Durant's last week.
Galaxy 4.
Galaxy 4. So Sam, you are on the clock to give me your top 5 Kevin Durant kicks of all time. Top 5 KD kicks.
This is fun. Nike KD 4. Galaxy is my personal favorite, but if you all remember, they did a Year of the Dragon. It was like bluish green and orange. They did a Aunt Pearl, which is all pink for his aunt that passed away from breast cancer, and they did a Nerf ball version of that one. But the Galaxy for me is the top. Second is Nike KD 10 Peach Jam. Shout out to my AAU Peach Jam Connect, because I actually have a pair of those. So those were only given to EYBL teams that made it to Peach Jam. So that's a very exclusive shoe. KD 10 had mesh on the toe. They had the laces that kind of went halfway up the sneaker. Third KD, Nike KD 8. The purple and green ones. If you remember when Nike built the court outside the Barclays. Sun was represented in that one. That was the sneaker they gave to the teams that participated in that. So I really like the Nike KD 8. And then lastly, fourth. Fourth is the KD 5 Black History Month. So that was the gray and orange. That was one of my favorite ones. I love that colorway. Lastly, so number 5 is KD 12 Don C. So it's powder blue and red. That's the Chicago state flag colorway. Don C, is a Chicago guy. So he curated that color, and I really dig those. So KD 4, KD 10, KD 8, KD 5, and KD 12. Those are my top 5.
All right. So I was trying to get all these up at while you were talking. So it's all right. So you said Nike KD 10 Black History Month.
KD 5 Black History Month. KD 5.
Look at that. I messed up. Look at that.
Hey, let's be. Why are you doing that, Rand? Check it out, Sam. I'll be honest with you. I am not a sneakerhead. I have handed in my card. I tried to compete for a couple of years, and I lost interest in competing with bots. I lost interest in competing, waking up every single day, waiting for the ticker to drop.
There you go. Yeah, the KD5 Black History Month. My number one is the KD4 Galaxy.
KD4.
Bro, like we there you go.
Yeah. That's my number one, and I got a pair of those.
Yeah. Fire.
Then the KD10 Peach Jam is my second favorite. So KD10 Peach Jam. And that was a very difficult sneaker to get because you had to be an EYBL team to get this shoe.
The colorway.
Yeah. So somebody who was shout out to my EYBL Peach Jam Connect, because I definitely got a pair of those. And then I got the KD8s in purple and green.
8.
Yeah, you'd be
surprised. There it goes. The suit. Yep, that's the one. That's the one they gave out when we had the game at the Barclays, outside the Barclays.
You'd be surprised what a colorway does to a sneaker. You're gonna have the same sneaker, but a colorway does wonders for a sneaker. It just changes the whole entire complexion of the set.
And the last one, KD12 Don C. And y'all, when y'all see these, y'all gonna love these. That's the one right there. That Don C colorway is fire.
North Carolina.
Nah, it's Chicago State flag.
Chicago
State flag. You gotta be up on to really know. You see the stars on the tongue, the 5 stars.
Education. All right. See, that's why I don't want to play in this freaking game.
So all of these he wore while with the Thunder, right?
No, the 12s are
the Warriors.
He was, it was a Warriors shoe because these came. The 13s are the current sneaker with the Nets. So the 12s was a Warrior shoe. The 5 was a Thunder shoe.
Okay.
The 8s might have been, but the 8s the end of his series with the Thunder, the end of his career there. 10 and 11 might have been a Golden State shoe because he was there for 3 seasons, right?
Right.
Yeah, so 10 was a Golden State. 4 was definitely an OKC shoe, though. The 4 was an OKC because I was 2012.
But your number one overall is
the KD4, and it's because they had so many colorways. See, the Nerf, the Weatherman, the Galaxy, the Gold Medal. That was the one that was pop. That's my favorite one.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You know what these remind me of? Remember when in LES they were doing the Masaryk gym? And we used to do open gyms there. I wore that to one of the open gyms when I was with y'all, with you and Joe. See, everyone is attached to a story, so I got them.
Exactly.
I get them every single one.
Yeah, you attach the stories about your favorite sneaker getting stepped on and then not looking the same ever again. And the story, you know what? PTSD.
Denny, what size do you wear? Because we're gonna get you hooked up.
Hey, 11. 11?
All right. I get Denny hooked up because he got this love-hate relationship with Kicks, and I gotta bring him back. I gotta bring you back.
Talk to me. Thank you.
With that being said, I do want to thank Denny Blanco and Coach Sam for coming on. Denny Blanco on both Instagram and Twitter. I am Denny Blanco. Find Coach Samera Marsh on IG and Twitter at Coach Sam _DSU. That's right. Shout out to our people at Red Bull for the love and support. You can find the podcast on the Ball Is Life Podcast Network on SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple, and now also on YouTube.com/Cruise Control Podcast for the Cruise Control Podcast Network. I think that's pretty much it. We covered a lot. I do want to thank y'all for coming on and enjoy your weekend.
Ball is
what it is. Ball is life.
That's right.